Hi, I'm Jacqueline Stewart, coming to you from the Institute for the Study of Ancient Cultures at the University of Chicago. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Silent Sunday Nights on Turner Classic Movies. This week's selection is a landmark adventure that marked the first feature-length film from pioneering special effects master Willis O'Brien. From 1925 and based on the novel by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, it's The Lost World. The film stars Wallace Beery, Bessie Love, and Louis Stone as part of a group on an expedition to find a lost explorer in the Amazon. While there, they encounter a world inhabited by numerous prehistoric creatures. Long before the days of CGI and motion capture technology, Willis O'Brien used a process called stop-motion animation. For those not familiar, this involves using small models and manipulating them ever so slightly and photographing each setup, a single frame at a time. This process is repeated hundreds of times, and then those images are run through a projector, which ultimately simulates movement. O'Brien had used the technique to great effect in movie shorts such as 1915's The Dinosaur and the Missing Link and The Ghost of Slumber Mountain from 1918. But this was a first for a project of this size. It took O'Brien years of planning and production to bring the many creatures in this film to life. When the movie was released, audiences had never seen anything like it. And although The Lost World is set in the Amazon, it was shot entirely in Los Angeles. The majority of it was made on the backlot of the First National Studio, which became part of Warner Brothers' studio lot. There were several location shoots as well, including on the then open sewer that ran through Culver City, California. In her autobiography, actress Bessie Love recalled being on the water in a canoe in one scene and being grateful the camera could not record the odor. From 1925, here's The Lost World. Although stop-motion animation had been around almost as long as motion pictures themselves, this was the first time it had been used in a feature-length film. Willis O'Brien, who pioneered the technique, went on to greater success with his follow-up film, 1933's King Kong. The process of stop-motion animation is certainly less prevalent than the more modern CGI technologies, but it has been used countless times by prominent directors in the past few decades. Tim Burton has had great success with films like The Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. Leica Studios has worked almost exclusively with stop-motion animation with movies such as Coraline and Kubo and the Two Strings. Wes Anderson used the technique on the features The Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. Nick Park has done a series of films with Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep characters, among many, and won 4 Academy Awards in the process. And director Guillermo del Toro won an Oscar for his 2022 animated feature, Pinocchio. Up next, Alicia Malone will be here with this week's installment of TCM Imports. I'll be back next Sunday with another Silent Sunday Night feature. Until then, I'm Jacqueline Stewart. Thanks for watching.
Next on TCM, 9 Days of 1 Year, then The Ghost of Yotsia, and later, The Mummy. It takes two to tango on TCM tonight.